Assistant Public Defender Calvin Hawthorne, Your Honor. Our office likewise does not believe a conflict exists. In the event that a conflict does arise, we would likewise waive the existence.
Thank you. And the court, for its part, also does not believe that there is a conflict either under the Michigan court rules or the cases decided thereunder. To the extent a conflict exists, given the waivers, the court will consent to hear the matters. Court does call the case of the People versus Dewan Benson.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
Arraignment without counsel.
Oh, it's an arraignment without counsel. All right, Mr. Benson, can you state your name, please, sir? Can you state your name?
Dewan Benson.
All right. Mr. Benson, you're here for an arraignment on a charge that on the date of December 20th, 2019, at the location of 2201 Hogback Road, Pittsfield Township, that being the Washtenaw County Jail, that you did make an assault or an assault and battery up on a Brett Allen, contrary to Michigan statutes. That's known as assault and or assault and battery. Do you understand the nature of that charge, sir?
I do.
All right. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail or $500 fine plus court cost. I do have to advise you, since this was a place of confinement, that this would be subject to consecutive sentencings if the court believed that that were appropriate. You understand that, sir?
I understand. I want to plead guilty right now if I can.
Well, do you wish to be represented by an attorney on this matter or no?
No, it don't matter. I just want to plead guilty, get it out the way.
All right. You know you are entitled to be represented by a counsel. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, the court would make sure that an attorney were appointed to represent you in this matter. You do understand that, sir? Is that correct?
I do understand. Yes, I understand.
All right. And during the course of a plea, I will advise you of other certain rights that you would have, and you're waiving those rights and proceeding to a plea in this matter. Is that what you wish to do, sir?
That's what I'm wishing to do.
All right. Need you to raise your right hand if you could. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
That's what I do. Yes.
All right. State your name again for the record, sir.
Dewan Tremaine Benson.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of assault and or assault and battery. It's indicated that is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs, and it is subject to consecutive sentencing because of the location of the alleged assault and battery. You understand that, sir?
I understand it.
All right. And understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yep.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
I understand.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
I understand it.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
I understand.
Are you on probation or parole? No. You're
no,
incarcerated at MDOC.
I'm incarcerated.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty to this charge?
No, they haven't.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you in any way?
No, they haven't.
All right. You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
and of your own free will,
Yeah.
and because you believe that you're guilty of this offense, sir?
Yes.
And sir, once again, you do not wish to be represented by counsel. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. December 20th, 2019, at the location of 2201 Hogback Road, that being the Washtenaw County Jail. Tell this court what you did on that date involving a Brett Allen that makes you think that you're guilty.
I assaulted him.
Okay, when you say you assaulted him, what specifically did you do?
I can't remember. 9 times out of 10, I punched him. No.
Okay, well, if you can't remember, do you recall hitting him?
Yeah, I recall hitting him.
Okay, you didn't have his permission to do so, did you?
No, I didn't.
And you're hitting him, you didn't do that by accident, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Madam Prosecutor, have I complied with the court ruling? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea of guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to this charge. Today is the. Sir, is there anything you want to say to the court before I impose sentence?
No, it's not.
How long have you been in?
I've been locked up since January of 2020.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, sir. Anything you want to say to me before I do impose sentence?
No.
All right. Sentence of the court, statutory state fines of $125. Then sentence you to 93 days. Credit 93 served, although I just thought about something. This is a victim's rights case, so I don't know that I can sentence him like that. What I'll do is I'll impose that sentence. The court will retain jurisdiction to impose an additional sentence and or restitution. Should there be some requested. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Let's call the case of the people versus Janelle Manigal. Here we go.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Judge.
Jamil Wings for Sensibility Township.
Assistant Public Defender Calvin Hawthorne appearing with and on behalf of Janelle Manigault. Ms. Manigault, will you please state your name?
Janelle Renee Manigault.
Okay, where are we, Miss Manigault?
Well, since you want to know, my brother-in-law has been teaching me to parallel park every day, and I take the test tomorrow, so he's going with me. But I have to pay $125.
But you're taking the test tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So, Your Honor,
And he recorded me too. He recorded me doing it 4 times, parallel parking. Very good.
Okay, I'm gonna believe you. But
Your Honor, we're asking for a brief adjournment to allow Ms. Manigault to complete this test.
all right, when's my next date?
August 2nd.
All right, I'll adjourn this matter to August 2nd. Ms. Manigault, good luck to you.
Well, thank you.
I know I'm rooting for you. Mr. Williams is rooting for you. Mr.
Well, I
Hawthorne
wish
is
I
rooting
could
for
show
you.
you my I wish I could show you the video. He recorded me 4 times, so I know I could do it.
No, I still have nightmares about all the cones that you killed in the past. So I'll just I'll wait to see the license. Okay. Miss
Okay.
Manigault, you take care.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Court does call the case. People State of Michigan versus Jawad Al Sanawa.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kyra Mercer on behalf of the people seeking permission to practice pursuant to MCR 8.120 under the supervision of Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Caitlin Kirby.
Permission to practice is granted. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Max Manukian appearing on behalf of Jawad Al-Shanawa.
All right. And where are we on this one? Great. What are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, if the court recalls that this was a default judgment, and we are here again for formal hearing, the trooper was present at the last hearing. The offer isn't impeding traffic.
Counsel?
Judge, if I may have a moment to, I've not had that offer relayed to me. If I may have a moment to speak with my client about that.
Okay, I'll pass it. But I'm not giving you a breakout. Was he here?
He is here. He is here. I can call him.
Okay, I'll pass it. I guess. Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Shamadin Alzori.
Good morning, Your Honor. Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people, seeking permission to practice pursuant to Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Caitlin Kirby.
Permission to practice is granted.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. Mazen Gaith, appearing on behalf of Mr. El-Zahori.
What are we doing on this today?
Judge, I haven't had a chance to talk to the prosecuting attorney on this, so there is no offer pending at this time.
Okay,
Your Honor, the people are unable
Yeah.
to proceed.
counsel, you have a motion for me?
I'd motion to dismiss at this juncture, Judge.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Call the case of the People versus Karan Astani.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. William Amadeo, P76194, on behalf of Mr. Astani. With appear via Zoom, waive a right to be present in person. Cam, please state your name so Judge Simpson, the prosecutor, know you're present.
Cameron Kamal Asani.
All right, thank you. What are we doing?
Your Honor, I'm asking for one final 30-day adjournment just because I'm trying to explore sobriety court, and I was looking in the Oakland County, but he can't transfer there. So I'm looking at the residency requirements. We'll either plead us out or have a report for sobriety court in 30 days if the court's willing to grant us that time.
Any objection from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Where's 30 days out?
30 days out would be either August 16th or September 6th.
August 16. I'll adjourn this matter to August 16, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of the People versus Darius Embry.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Darius Embry. Mr. Goldstein, you're not connected to audio. I'll pass it briefly. If you can get yourself hooked up, can you send him a message?
I can try.
Court calls the case of the People versus Joshua. Is it Gentit?
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. I'm Aaron Borey on behalf of the defendant. Josh, state your name, please.
Joshua Janae.
You doing?
Thank you. Your Honor, I did have an exchange of emails last night with the prosecutor. Sounds like there's an offer to dismiss the high BAC offense and plead to operating while intoxicated. I've gone over that with Josh, and he does wish to avail himself to that offer.
Is that the offer of the People?
Yes, Your Honor.
Straight operating while intoxicated.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, if you can please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record, please.
Joshua Janae.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of operating while intoxicated. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Court could order community service or any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could also order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand all of that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will
Yes, Your Honor.
and because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
October 1st, 2022, at the location of US 23 near Plymouth Road, Ann Arbor Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, had you consumed intoxicating liquor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you recall what you had and how much?
At least 6 beers, Your Honor.
All right. Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
I was, my car was stalled out and pulled over.
All right. Did the police arrive?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you taken to the hospital for a blood test?
Yes, Your Honor.
And were the result of that blood test 0.235?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any reason to dispute those blood test results?
No, Your Honor.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be
August 9th.
August 9th, 2023, 9 a.m. or as your Zoom invite indicates. And on this matter, we do have probation intake here, right? All right, sir, I'm going to put you into a breakout room with probation intake so they can get information from you so we can proceed to sentencing on the 9th. All right?
All right,
Your
thank
Honor,
you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Is there any way I can get a date outside of the 9th, like maybe the 16th even? If it has to be a Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday.
Sorry.
13th is the next week.
I have this date and I have September 13th.
September 13th, please.
Sentencing will be September 13th, 2023, 9 a.m. Thank you. And sir, just wait on the line and we'll put you into the breakout room.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the case. People versus Ashalak Kanarni.
Kyra Mercer on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Stuart Collis on behalf of Ms. Karnani. Ms. Karnani, could you unmute and please state your name for the record? I see her. Ms. Karnani, unmute.
Ms. Kanarni, you have to state your name.
You got unmute, Ms. Karnani. There you go.
Achla Karnani, Your Honor.
Thank you,
What
Your
are we
Honor.
doing?
Your Honor, I was able to provide a diagnosis to Ms. Kirby in this matter. We're looking to explore mental health court. So I don't know if the court would prefer to set for a settlement conference or another pretrial.
Well, have you started the process for the court?
I just got the diagnosis on Monday, Your Honor, and Ms. Kirby had responded to me on Tuesday, so we're going to start that process today.
Your adjourn date of pretrial would be August 2nd or August 16th.
I'll adjourn this to August 16th, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus Kimberly Castenholtz.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Janelle Hamud appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Castenholtz, who's present by Zoom. Ms. Castenholtz, can you state your name for the record?
Hi, my name is Kimberly Castenholtz.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, Ms. Castenholtz has been interviewed by Mr. Reyes for the 14B sobriety court. However, he needs to explore some more of her medical records and is waiting for a release from her. This just occurred this week. In the meantime, we did submit all of the information I believe is necessary for Ms. Lundy to do a pre-screen for the 22nd Circuit Court drug court program. And so while we wait for outcomes in both, we just like another adjournment. I think at this point, we just need another 2 weeks.
August 2nd, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, Jeanette, August 2nd is the day of the retreat that I'm asking for permission.
Your Honor, okay, so I guess we would need, so there's one more thing that I forgot to address. Ms. Castenholtz is eligible to participate in a retreat, an AA retreat, a women's retreat, and it's in Michigan. And the dates for that trip are August 4th through August 6th. That's correct, right, Ms. Castenholtz?
The dates of the event are, yes, that's correct.
But be traveling from August 1st through August 6th. So she's asking that the court allow her to travel to a different area of Michigan, which I assume the court would be all right with since she's not leaving the state. But we would need her testing requirements since she's a random testing at community corrections so that she can participate in that retreat.
Okay. Submit a stipulated order to the court and the court will sign off on that.
Thank you. Ms. Castenholtz, you won't be able to participate by Zoom while you're on August 2nd for that hearing. If not, we'd have to request a 4-week adjournment. And my understanding is you did not want to adjourn it out that long.
Yeah, no, I can do the Zoom for sure. I just can't do in person.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Court
Honor.
calls case, People versus Francis Mahoney.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
David Chan on behalf of Francis Mahoney is appearing via Zoom. Frank, can you please unmute yourself and state your name for the record?
Francis Mahoney.
Hey, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I believe we have a plea deal in this matter. And I don't know whether the prosecutor wants to put it on the record. I can do it. It's not a problem.
Hey, somebody.
Okay. In count 1, super drunk, will be dismissed. My client will be pleading to an added count 4 of operating while intoxicated. He will he'll count 3, which is failure leaving the scene of a property damage accident. That will be dismissed. However, my client will be paying any restitution, if any restitution is due on count 3. And count 2, my client will be pleading guilty to count 2, having a weapon while intoxicated.
All right. As I have it, he'll be pleading guilty to counts 2 and an added count 4.
That is
counts
correct.
1 and 3 would be dismissed, but he would pay restitution revolving count 3.
Correct, Your Honor.
Is that a correct statement from the people?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Mr. Mahoney, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name for the record, please.
Francis Mahoney.
All right. You can put your hand down. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to 2 charges. The first charge that you'll be pleading guilty to is the stated count 2, that of carrying a concealed weapon while under the influence. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days. $100 fine plus court costs. The court would also order that any licensure you have to carry a concealed weapon would be revoked. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. The other charge is that of operating while intoxicated. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Court could order community service or any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. Your vehicle would be subject to immobilization. The court could also order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty to these charges?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of carrying a concealed weapon under the influence, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of operating while intoxicated, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty that you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal upright.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
And because you believe that you're guilty of these offenses?
Yes, sir.
August 31st, 2022, at the location of, here, of 771 Airport Boulevard, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, you consumed intoxicating liquor?
Yes, sir.
What do you have and how much?
I had vodka, half pint, sir.
All right. Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
There was an accident.
What happened?
I was coming out of the traffic circle, took the corner too wide, and sideswiped another car.
Did the police arrive?
Yes, sir.
Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes, sir.
And were you taken to the hospital for a blood test?
Yes, sir.
And was the result of that blood test a .199?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any reason to dispute those blood test results?
No, sir.
Did you also have a weapon in your possession?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
It was a Smith & Wesson model 42-38 special.
All right. And where was that weapon located?
In my belt.
All right. So it was concealed?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you understood at that time that you don't have any authority to carry that weapon in that fashion, in particular while intoxicated. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Counsel, have I complied with the court ruling? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense is satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
Court will accept the defendant's pleas of guilty to counts 2 and 4. Counts 1 and 3 are dismissed pursuant to the plea agreement. Defendant is referred to Von Schwartz for an alcohol screening and assessment, as well as probation on count 2, as well as the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be August 9th, 2023, 9 a.m. as your Zoom invite indicates. All right, Mr. Mahoney, I need you to wait on the line. We're going to put you into a breakout room for the exchange of information with our probation department, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Kirby.
you. Court calls the case of the people versus Devon Julia Martinez.
Maria Rosinsky.
And Edward Drukas on behalf of Devon.
Good
Julia
morning.
Martinez. Ms.
Good
Martinez.
morning.
if you are here, could you
I
state?
think I am not going to a meeting this
Mr.
morning. I don't know,
Malone?
'cause I-
Mute him. Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Drukas.
Ms. Martinez, if you're present, could you unmute and state your name?
We do not have her. She's not here, but she didn't appear at the last or her other matter either. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond in this case will be set in the amount of 5,000. 10%. That warrant will issue immediately. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case of the people versus Dantes Knuckles.
Maria Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Susan Longsworth with it on behalf of Mr. Knuckles, who's appearing via Zoom. Mr. Knuckles, can you please state your name so the judge can see you?
Is he hooked to audio?
He is.
Okay, your mic, something's wrong with your microphone. You need to turn your microphone up. I do see him. What are we doing today on this case? In
Your
any
Honor,
event?
we're requesting the matter be scheduled for final settlement conference and jury selection.
Mr. Knuckles, if you can hear me, can you nod? Okay. I'll set jury final settlement conference for August
11th and 14th.
August 11th, 2023. That's at 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, would be set August 14th.
Yep.
August 14th, 2023 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond will continue. Court calls the case of the people versus Victoria Rushton.
Kyra Mercer on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Vincent on behalf of Victoria Rushton. Say good morning to the judge.
Good morning, Your Honor.
State your name.
Good morning.
Victoria Louise Rushton.
All right. Okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we'd like a short adjournment so I can get a package of her treatment that starts with Dawn Farms, Woman's Sorority, Elano, I can't pronounce it, Elano Club, Washington Community Mental Health, Dr. Hughes, and Dr. Lamore, her Michigan medicine doctor. She is working on sobriety. She's 2 months sober as we speak. I'd like to adjourn this a couple of weeks so I can talk with the prosecutor, possibly working something out on this very nice lady who's sincere on her sobriety.
Without objection, I'll adjourn it to August 2nd, 2023, 9 a.m.
Your Honor, could we have another date? Because I've been told by the people smarter than me, that's not a good date. Tell the judge.
So like the whole courtroom.
But Ellie, just tell me.
I don't know why I'm asking you. Who's there with you?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Will August 16th work for him?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. August 16th, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Bye.
Court calls the case, People versus Jeremy Taylor.
Kyra Mercer on behalf of the people.
Sandra White on behalf of Jeremy Taylor. Mr. Taylor, can you state your name?
Jeremy Taylor.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we had adjourned this matter so that I can get videos. I did receive the body cams. I received a message this morning that the store video that I have been requesting is available now. So I'm asking for an adjournment.
August 2nd, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Court calls the case of the People versus John Torres.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
Oh, Your Honor.
To PD.
No, Your Honor, I believe he has private counsel.
Pardon?
I believe he has private counsel.
Did they come into it? I don't,
Yes. And,
oh, I do see it daily.
oh, is Mr. Bailey here now?
I don't know.
No,
Mr. Bailey has not been here. Attorney Van something showed up for him.
yeah, Josh Van Lan. He was here. It was,
He's no longer here.
uh,
All right, if you've got a cell phone, I'll pass it so you can call him, sir.
okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You've got one more.
Court does call the case of the people versus Duru Shalanky.
Kyra Mercer on behalf of the people.
Gary Lazar on behalf of Mr. Solanke.
Mr. Solanke, can you state your name, please?
Dhruv Solanki.
All right, what are we doing on this today?
We have had an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor and worked out a plea agreement whereby my client stands prepared to plead guilty to operate while visibly impaired in exchange for the other charges being dismissed.
Is that a correct statement of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record, sir.
Dhruv Solanki.
Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $300 fine plus court costs. The court could order community service or any rehabilitative services the court deems necessary. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
And because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
July 24th, 2022, at the location of Plaza Drive near Airport Boulevard, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consume intoxicating liquor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you recall what you had and how much?
I had 4 to 5 tall drinks of beer.
Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
The accident, Your Honor.
What happened?
Ran the curb and my tire came off.
Did the police arrive?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you taken to the hospital for a blood test?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was the result of that blood test a 0.17?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You have any reason to dispute that blood test result?
No, Your Honor.
Taking everything into consideration on that date and at that time, do you believe that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was visibly impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, have I complied with the court ruling? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
People
Yes,
are
Your Honor.
satisfied. Sorry. The people are satisfied, Your Honor.
Accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be August 9th, 2023, 9 a.m. All right. And sir, I'll ask you to wait on the line. We're going to put you into a breakout room with our probation department so they can get information so we can proceed to sentencing, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And continue. Yeah, sure.